Welcome, everybody. Joining us today is Andrea Cattaneo, CEO of Zenith Energy. It has been a busy month for the company with significant news regarding both your new energy ventures in Italy and the ongoing legal developments in the Mediterranean. We wanted to sit down with you and cut through the technical details to understand exactly where Zenith stands today. Andrea, please welcome.
Thank you for the invitation. The company, as everybody by now know, has three legs. So we have the historical leg of the arbitration that we will speak later. And then we have the solar park, which is growing very fast and becoming a strong reality, very valuable, especially in this period where electricity increase because it's still produced mostly by gas, which is becoming very expensive for the geopolitical crisis we are going through. And then the uranium, that of course, even in this geopolitical crisis, is becoming an important future source of cheaper and safer energy. So maybe you have some questions in relation to this element?
Absolutely, I sure do. Yesterday, April 16th, Zenith published an update on your uranium business in Italy, specifically regarding exploration permits for the Val Vadello and the Novazza deposits. This was a very detailed technical release for the investors watching. Can you explain in simple terms what these applications mean for Zenith's future growth?
Thank you, I will. So first of all, we have done a very technical press release because we wanted to give transparent and complete information to our public, but sometimes less is more. And so I will summarize and clarify what we have gone through in the last 6 months successfully. So first of all, the Val Vadello and Novazza are two mines, fully drilled. You know that we have 25 kilometers of gallery, so this is an extremely important reality that we have. At the same time, it's still going through the bureaucratic process of exploration, and the exploration are always connected with the environmental review or permit, which in Italy are called VIA, so VIA. And so these permit are the one that we are seeking at the moment for Val Vadello and Novazza. So Novazza, vast environmental documentation has been presented 2 days ago, and then we have completed this process that will be examined in Rome. And instead for Val Vadello, we have get an extension because there's been extremely strong snow in the mountains where these mines sit between Sondrio and Bergamo in the north of Italy. And so then as a consequence, certain measurement couldn't do for the vast quantity of snow that is still there. But soon, at the end of April and May, these readings and measurement and pictures can be taken properly of the rocks, and then we will be able to submit within July the environmental documentation application as well for Val Vadello. So before the mid of summer, we will complete all this process as delivery. Then there will be a pool of technicians reviewing these applications, and if we miss something, we can complete. If not, we will get then the green light to get our exploration official license.
Okay, thank you. It's interesting. You always drive your projects forward in a good pace, as always. If we were to move on from energy to the courtroom, you are about to enter the final hearings for the $570 million ICSID arbitration case. On April 9th, you announced some heavyweight additions to your legal and advisory team. As you approach these final hearings starting next week, what does your schedule look like and how prepared is the team for this final push?
We are all very ready, excited, and focused and committed through the weekend to start at 9 o'clock on Monday, the 5 days of hearing in the head office of the World Bank in Paris. And so the European office of the World Bank in Paris will host us. The ICSID is indeed an entity sitting in Washington in the mother company, which is the World Bank. And they have fostered the creation of this instrument to protect dispute between investors and host countries in the emerging market. And this is under our British company's investment in 2021 and 2020 and 2022. And so this period is covered by the exam after 3 years of arbitration paper and thousands of pages of what are the irregularities and obstruction and expropriation that the Tunisian state has done to our 3 companies, so member of the Zenith group. So we are really at the end of a long journey. In this journey, Zenith has played broadly, taking the best human resources available in the market of arbitration. Some work with us since 3 years, as the law firm that hosts me today for this interview in Paris. But as well, there have no other firms that have joined, which we found fit to have the best of the hearing. As you know, an hearing is not only submitting piece of paper, but as well being able to explain, to alert the court and to convince the court that we are not only right, but we have the full right to be reimbursed 573 million American dollars.
Okay, so Andrea, what are your realistic expectation for the outcome of these hearings next week?
So, as I said, the team is impressive, and the quality of the elements brought to the attention of the court are so strong, and the way in which they are debated, we believe, will be so competently and convincing and well elaborated that I think that then the lawyer of the counterparty will report to home, to Tunis, that the case has been played well by Zenith, and the case was anyhow so strong from the start. I will give an example in a second, that then there is not a good hope for the outcome of the case. Just give you this little example that has been published 1 week ago. A few days ago, the Tunisian counterparty said that the oil that we have been robbed on the fall, which has been communicated obviously by a press release to the public, 4,000 barrels, not an enormous amount, but still a significant amount that has been taken by us and not shipped and paid back to us. Indeed was not robbed, but was found in a tank somewhere in the background of the Tunisian company Maretap. So this is quite comical, the fact that somebody takes something away and then say, oh, by the way, I was keeping for you this oil in safekeeping as a favor, but nevertheless is an admission that the oil is belonging to us, as they recognize in writing, and as well that 2 of the 4 concessions that we are claiming back are actually belonging officially to us. So this has come in a strange way before the court case, and is an admittal that something that they have done otherwise was wrong, and that in reality our rights are preserved. Okay. So, as a consequence of this quite peculiar declaration, we see that our case is progressively stronger, and then we expect that Tunisia will take some measure to settle with us.
Okay, thank you so much, Andrea. I'm sure there are a lot of people like me in the financial press, media, as well as many investors will follow this process closely. I'm looking forward to speak to you again on the other side of the process.
I thank you very much for your support, moral support, and we should see each other soon at the end of this week in court.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thanks.